In today's video, we have a restaurant that has the potential to kill you, and one that serves food in toilet bowls and urinals. Ugh. First though, here's a place where you'll literally dine with the dead. New Lucky Restaurant. Located in Ahmedabad, India, the New Lucky Restaurant is known locally for its very popular menu and very spacious seating, but it's also quite notorious, mainly because of the exposed gravestones and burial sarcophagi sitting right in the middle of the dining area. The New Lucky owner, Krishnan Kuti, was faced with the fact that the land he was to open his new restaurant on was in fact a cemetery. He decided to make lemonade out of lemons. Instead of paving over the graves or disinterring them, Kuti simply built his restaurant around them, actually making the burial plots the restaurant's main attraction. Steel bars have been erected around the graves so that no one will step on the deceased. But other than that small deterrent, the dead are your constant dinner companions. No one's even sure who the graves belong to, but the prevailing theory is that they belong to Muslim followers of a 16th century Sufi saint. Robot Restaurant. Dancing girls, robots, dinosaurs, monsters, ninjas, Disney-style princesses, superheroes, lasers, drinks, and loud music. Oh, Robot Restaurant, you had me at dinosaurs. All of these can be found in what probably is the world's first robot-themed restaurant. The Robot Restaurant is located in the basement level of the Shinjuku's neon-laden buildings. Standing outside of the Robot Restaurant, you can take your picture sitting in an oversized robot chair, which allows you to control the movements of a female robot. After checking in with your ticket, you'll be directed to a glittery waiting lounge, and that's only the beginning, mind you. The Robot Restaurant, which opened in 2012, was not actually intended as a tourist attraction. The oversized robots and females in flamboyant and provocative costumes were meant to appeal to Japanese businessmen, as an escape from the rigors of the economic world. Granted, if it's an escape that you want, dining in this restaurant will surely give you one. The Heart Attack Grill. You step inside the Heart Attack Grill, you're pretty much gambling with your health, which is perfect because this place is nestled right smack in the middle of Las Vegas. But be warned, 2 people have actually died from heart attacks at this place. Yeah, that ain't false advertising. Granted, that's not really that hard to imagine based on the menu that this restaurant offers. It's currently home to the Octuple Bypass Burger, a burger containing a whopping 20,000 calories. Too big for you? Well, you could try their signature dish, which is a tad bit smaller, a 3-pound, 10,000 calorie monster burger. The experience starts as soon as you enter the door, and it really seems like people here are preparing you for a visit to the hospital right after dinner. Servers give you a hospital gown when you walk in the door, and this serves as a bib. It can be a bit intimidating to order that big burger because if you don't come in and finish it, they're gonna spank you with a large paddle. Only in Vegas, I suppose. For refreshments, you'll appreciate the medical theme though. They serve shots and syringes and wine in IV bags. Think the gamble's worth the risk? Just try the place out, and if you come in weighing 350 pounds and up, you eat for free. Lainio Snow Village Ice Restaurant. The Snow Village from Lapland Hotels is a seasonal snow retreat built from scratch every year using snow and natural ice to create everything from walls and furniture to lighting and art. In a nutshell, it's a hotel made entirely out of ice and snow, and when I say everything, I mean everything. Walls, counters, tables, chairs, and yes, even beds are all made out of ice. Inside the Snow Village is a restaurant that is, quite obviously, also made entirely out of ice. So, on the downside, hot food does not stay hot for very long. Really, aside from dining, there's quite a few activities to choose from at Snow Village. Husky safaris, snowmobiles, cross-country skiing, and of course, ice sculpting. Once again though, all winter related, so you're gonna have to embrace the cold. What makes this place literally cool though is the fact that all the structures inside the Snow Village is built every year from scratch, allowing the owners to change themes and designs every single year. Ninja New York. If themed restaurants are your thing, you won't find any other restaurant that sticks to its guns, or in this case throwing stars, than Ninja New York. In this place, dinner is, somewhat stealthily, served by ninjas who drop from the ceiling, pop out of hidden doorways, and appear in puffs of smoke as well. You know, kinda like real-life ninjas, only they're there to serve you food and not kill you, like what they used to do in the past. The entire restaurant is carefully decorated to resemble a feudal-era dojo, with dimly lit, maze-like passageways, stone walls, and low ceilings. The staff, who all enthusiastically play the part of ruthless martial arts experts straight out of ancient Japan, sneak up on customers in between serving drinks. That being said, you may be too nervous to actually eat anything. Even if themed restaurants aren't your thing, Ninja New York is about more than just cheap thrills. They serve up delicious, high-end Japanese cuisine right alongside the karate chops and katana stabs, so bring along your most adventurous friends for an unforgettable night out. Granted, if you startle easy, this might not be the restaurant for you. Opaque. Most people, perhaps even you, like the idea of a candlelit dinner. Then there are people who, for some strange reason, like to eat in complete darkness. If you're the latter of the two, then head to Opaque. Within just a few years after opening, the Opaque restaurants have become very popular in the US of A. These restaurants offer guests the opportunity to taste specialties in full darkness. While that might sound a bit off-putting to most, looking at your food is a big part of the dining experience after all, but there are regular customers that claim that the entire darkness significantly enhances the taste sensation and makes the favorite food even more delicious. When eating in these restaurants, you have to observe a few rules. At the entrance, the guest should put away all electronic devices. After that, the waiter then ties their eyes with a black ribbon and leads them to a quiet room where their table is waiting. Food is served by waiters in complete darkness, all of whom wear night vision equipment so they don't accidentally spill hot soup onto anybody. The very first Opaque restaurant was open in Los Angeles, and today you can also visit the similar restaurants in San Diego, San Francisco, Dallas, and New York. El Diablo. The earth is my kitchen is something that the owner of El Diablo restaurant took very literally. El Diablo is a restaurant where the chefs have free and direct access to a volcano. It's not a volcano that's actively spewing out lava, of course. That would make cooking and eating there a tad bit tricky. The crater looks more like a well from which volcanic heat rises from the depths of the earth, though. Located on the island of Lanzarote in the Canary Islands, visitors flocked to this location long before the restaurant was built. But in 1970, Cesar Manrique, a local artist, decided to create an official restaurant in the region. With the help of the architect Eduardo Casares and the artist Jesus Soto, a giant grill was built on the ground in order to use the incredible heat beneath the surface of the earth. Thus, El Diablo was born. The grill is used to prepare several meat, poultry, and fish dishes that are served at the restaurant's tables. Now it's time for today's best pick. Today's pick is a restaurant that has topless servers, but it goes way beyond that. In this place, even the diners are completely naked. It's gonna be an interesting experience. The Bunyadi. 2016 was a year of very weird trends. Remember the one finger challenge? Anyway, the year also marked the opening of the first all-nude restaurant in the world, where diners can have birthday dinners in their actual birthday suits, and dressing is exclusively for salads. The Bunyadi in London is a vegan restaurant that requires its diners to be completely naked before they're led into the dining hall. As the word Bunyadi means fundamental, it's also the first restaurant in London that offers its guests a completely natural dining experience sans any technology. Operating without electricity or gas, the food is served on handmade clay plates with edible cutlery. And despite all the nudity, people who frequent the place say they don't mind being naked around other people. In fact, the nudity doesn't seem to factor in at all, as patrons always come back for the food and the all-natural dining experience. Yeah, to each their own, I suppose. Ithaa Undersea Restaurant. Can you imagine eating seafood while other various seafood is swimming all around you? Seems kinda awkward. Ithaa is the world's first all-glass undersea restaurant, located 5 meters below sea level at the Conrad Rangali Maldives Island Resort in the Maldives. The panoramic view allows visitors to dine while watching thousands of fish swim around them, all without getting their own feet wet. Entering the restaurant is magical, rather like tumbling down a tropical version of Alice in Wonderland's rabbit hole. Guests are led across a wooden jetty to a tiny thatched pavilion, then pointed down a dark, winding staircase. At the bottom is Ithaa, essentially a tiny transparent box only 9 meters long and 5 meters wide, with space for 14 diners at a time. Just inches away from the glass, there are fish of every color and shape imaginable. The luckiest diners might glimpse turtles, stingrays, or even sharks. Maldives is a resort country full of luxury hotels and restaurants, but none of them can claim to give you the same experience that you get from dining in this truly incredible restaurant. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. All next time.